Welcome to the day 16 of this Python series. Today we will discuss about the questions or the programs that we can solve using while loops. Okay, so I have done a video on for loop, so I hope it was helpful for you. So in the same way, this is the another video on while loops. So what are the programs that we can write, right? So how we can use these while loops in our programs? All these kind of programs we will discuss in this video. Now, first let's start with the programs itself. So I will open my code editor VS Code, Control N, new file. So Control S, as I will name it as a while loop programs. Okay. Let me save this .py. Don't forget to use the extension .py. Save this. And now, as I do, first execute the hello world program. So it will make sure that all the installations are proper. Then you can write the code. So instead of worrying about in between, see, I'm getting yellow hold. So everything is set. Now I can do code without any issues. The same question that we can take here is in the for loop also I have taken the first basic question, print numbers till a given range. Okay, let's take the range equal to 10. See, whenever I'm using GE, so it's showing in a different color. It means so whenever you are writing programs, try to avoid, don't use these keywords of Python in your programs as variables or functions, whatever. So keywords are the special words which have their own meaning. So never ever use those words or the inbuilt functions as a variables are the user defined functions. Okay. So I will take another variable like sequence. Okay, equal to 10. So the question will be asked, print numbers from 1 to 10 using while loop. So to print, go till 10, you need to have a start index, okay? So for that, you have to initialize 1. So in the for loop, we have a range function which helps us to start by default with the 0 or else with the numbers that we want. But here in while loop, we have to have another variable, and with that variable, you need to initialize the first number. Okay. Now after this, use the while loop while this start is less than or equal to 10. Okay. So if the start variable is less than or equal to 10, then only it will enter into this loop. So here you will print start. Okay. And then you need to give the condition. Okay. So that your while loop will not keep on executing. So this is the exit condition you have to give. So basically what I will do, I will increment the start plus equal to 1. Okay. Now, what will happen after printing this first value 1? Okay, first it will print the value 1, then it will increment that start value to 2. Again, the condition will be checked. Is 2 less than or equal to 10? Is 2 less than or equal to 10? The condition is true, right? This condition is true. Then it will enter into this while loop. It will print the start, that is 2. It will print the 2. Then again, that start will be updated with the 2 plus 1, that will be 3. Again, here it will check is 3 less than or equal to 10. Yes, 3 less than or equal to 10. So it will enter into this while loop and it will print the 3. In this way, it will check till 10. Okay, is 10. Okay, so it will check till 10. Is 10 less than or equal to 10? So let's take, so here 9 is the value and 9 got incremented to 10. Now you are checking 10. Okay. So in between all the values will be in the same way get executed. So I'm not showing that because I hope you understood what I am trying to say. In the each iteration, by this time you need to have a clear idea how this while loop is getting executed. Okay. Now here this is the last condition where while loop will get executed. Is 10 less than or equal to 10? Yes, true. So it will enter into the print. So it will print that value 10. Then that value get incremented. And so here 10 will be printed and that 10 will getting incremented to 11. Now it will check is 11 less than or equal to 10. No, it's not. So the condition is false. 11 is not either not equal to 10. Also, it is not less than 10. It is greater than 10. So it will not enter into that while loop. So the program will end here. So if I run now, so you can see here till 10, the values got printed. This is the one program. If the interviewer asks you to print the numbers from 1 to 10, or else any number he can give, forget about if he give 1000, don't worry. So you just write that number here and start a initial sequence and use the condition based on what he say. Okay. So I will give here start less than or equal to 1000. Now if I print, so see, so start is 1. Let's run this program. See here till 1000 it will get printed. So this is the same. So to print the numbers, this is the simple logic that you can see. You need to have a start index and you can have variable for that. And the ending index, obviously interviewer will say or else you can take another variable. So in interviews, mostly they will not ask this kind of questions. But this is the first program or these are the programs that you need to work on so that you will be very good in the fundamentals. Let's see now another program. Okay. So the same way by using while loop, print the even numbers from 1 to n. So to print even numbers from 1 to 10. So in this range, you need to print the even numbers. Okay. So instead of writing a new code, so let's make changes here itself. So I will make changes here itself. See. So basically, I will take a sequence, the 10, and I will start with the 1. While start less than or equal to, here condition I will change to 10. Okay. Now, instead of printing, just I need to check. To check what is the thing that we do in Python. We have conditional statements. Okay. We have conditional statements. So use a conditional statement. What is that? If this start percentile by 2. This is called as modulus by modulo by 2 equal to 0. Print even number, comma, space, comma, even. Okay. Or else you can do in the same one, even. Okay. It's not number, it's start. Sorry, it's my bad. Okay. Start, even. Okay. And again, after that, if it is not, then it will print else, print number is odd. Okay. So after that, you need to have the condition to exit. Okay. So to according to your while loop, you need to have a condition to exit out of this while loop when the condition is not getting executed. For that, I am doing the same thing that is start plus equal to 1. Okay. Now if I run this, see, number is odd, 2 is even. So here I'm not getting number because I haven't. See, so if you run this, you'll get the output as one number is odd, two even, two the three number is odd, four even, five number is odd, five, six is this you can give anything this, but you understood the condition, right? So basically you will have a sequence. In that range, you need to find the even numbers. So for that, you need to have while you will start, okay, you will have a variable to start and in the while loop you need to have the condition to exit from the while loop. Okay, so you need to make sure that you are giving this condition or else it will execute infinitely. So your system may get crash. Okay, so yeah, this is how you can print the even and odd numbers in a given range. Okay, so I hope you understood this question also. Now let's see some other programs. Some programs like mostly they ask in the interviews. So that is that one program that I can take is factorial of a number. Okay, factorial of a number. Okay, I hope you know what is factorial. So factorial is the thing, but whenever you multiply that number till 1, so whatever the value you will get, that is the basically factorial. Okay, so while I will explaining the for loop programs, I have explained you about the factorials, a simple explanation. So that's the explanation. If you take 5, so the factorial of number is nothing but 5 star 3 4 star 3 star 2 star 1. So whatever the output you will get, that will be the factorial of that number. Okay, so this is the factorial. And now to write the program for it in while using while loop, take the number that you want to find the factorial, and you need to have a factorial one. To store the result, you need to have a variable that can be fact anything. I will take result equal to 1 and then use the while loop. Okay, while loop. If number is greater than 0, if number is greater than 0, then you have to enter into this while loop. Is 5 is greater than 0? Yes. Now it will enter into the while loop. Now what you need to do? So factorial will be, sorry, result will be updated with result star I. Okay. And you need to decrement it because I'm starting from last index. You need to decrement it by 1. Okay, so you need to decrement it by number equal to number minus 1. Why? Because so I have missed higher number here. So let me do this. See, number you need to decrement this. If you are not doing this, the number will be same. Okay, so 5 will be remaining 5 for n number of iterations, which you don't want. See, if you are giving this condition for every iteration, that 5 value will get decremented, and at the same time when the number is less than 0, okay, so this while loop itself will not get executed. So initially number is 5, so is 5 is greater than 0? Yes. Now what it will happen, result will be updated with result star 5. Okay, so initially result is 1 and you are making 1 star 5 equal to 5. Okay, so now you have in the result variable you have 5. In the second iteration, what will happen, this 5 will be decremented to 4. Now 5 star, already 5 I have. In the result variable, 5 is stored. 5 star 4. Okay. Which means here basically result equal to 5. Okay. This is what this is result only. Okay. In the same way, now I have 5. So in the second iteration, what will happen? 5 star, the number is decremented in the previous iteration, 5 star 4 equal to 20. Okay. So in the third iteration, this 4 again here in the initially 5 got decremented to 4 and now it is getting decremented to 3. Okay. Now this 3 is greater than 0. Condition is true. Now 20 star 3. 20 star 3. Then what will be the value? That will equal to 60. Now, then after this, you will take here 3 will get incremented to 2. Now, 60 is 2 greater than 0. Yes, 2 is greater than 0. So, 60 star 2. Okay, 60 multiply with 2, that equal to 120. Okay, so this will be my final answer. This again, so 2 will get decremented to 1, 1 greater than 0, 120 into 1 again 120. So 1 will get decremented to 0, 0 greater than 0. No, it is not greater than 0, 0 equal to 0. So this condition will fail, it will not enter into this while loop itself. At last, I will print, okay, result. I will print the result. So if I print the result, what will be the output? See, 120. 120 will be my output. So now I hope you understood the factorial of a number. So this is another important program. Hopefully these programs will be asked in some of the companies like service-based companies, they may ask this program. So please go through this and practice a lot. Okay. So if you once you understood, done. There is the no looking back. Next, another number that they can ask is reverse a number. Okay, using while loop they will ask you to reverse a number. Basically reverse a number in the sense reverse a number. Okay, so they will give 1 2 3, you have to reverse in the sense 3 2 1. Okay, this should be the output. Now how to do this, using while loop. So this is a one good problem, so we can have a good while loop implementation here. So use the number that they like number equal to, let's say 1 2 3, and reverse equal to 0. Okay, why I am taking this 0? Because see, I want to return from 3 to 1. Okay, I will write the code. See, while number is greater than 0. Okay, it will enter into the while loop. Okay, so this is the reverse is the variable where I am going to store my result. Basically the reversed number that I'm going to store it in this reverse variable. Okay, now for that I need to make, so reverse is equal to reverse star 10. Okay, why I'm taking 10, I will explain you. Then I will take plus. Okay, the number that I have taken percentile by 10. Okay, then so let me explain this line. See what happening here. I have taken this. First, I am making reverse. Okay, see, basically, I am reassigning, updating this reverse value in the each iteration of this while loop. For that, whatever the reverse, basically in the first iteration, I have 0. So, okay, 0 star 10, 0 multiply 10 will be 0. So, it will be reverse equal to, okay, reverse equal to 0. Okay, 0 multiply with 10 plus number. What is the number I have? 123 percentile by 10. Basically, this will return the remainder. That remainder will be added to this 0 multiplied by 10. Okay. So why? Because see, for every number, whatever the number you take, when you use 10 and if you divide that number with the 10, so you will get the last remainder. Okay, this is last remainder only you will get. In this case, let's take 123. If you divide it with the 10, your remainder will be 3. Okay, so which you want, okay, as a first. Okay, basically I am reversing, so I need this 3 as my first number. Okay, in the result. Again, you take some other examples. Okay, you take other examples, some like 1 2 4 5. So if you divide this number by 10, basically the remainder will be the last. Okay, whatever you have. So if it is 1, the remainder will be 1 only. If it is 0, your remainder will be 0 itself. If it is 3, you will get 3 as a remainder. If it is 5, you will get the 5 as a remainder. So whatever the last number you have, you will get that as a reminder, and you can store it in the first place of your result. In order to store that in the first place, at the same time, so it will be, you need to multiply with the 10 as you are doing here. You are dividing this number with the 10, you need to multiply that previous result with the 10. Okay, and you need to add that remainder to it. If you don't do this, so you will not get this 321, the whatever the reversing number that you want, you will not get. So this is what happening here. So basically you need to multiply with the 10. So the reverse number will be multiplied with 10, and then that number will be divisible. Whatever the remainder that you will get, you will be adding it to here. Okay, so now in this case, what will be the first? So in the first thing, so 0 will be the output in this. Okay, in the first iteration, and 123 percentile by 10 will be the 3. So I will be adding that 3. So now in the reverse variable, I have this 3 as my value. Okay, now in the next iteration, so I'm saying, so don't forget to give this exit condition. Okay, so you need to decrement this. Okay, you need to decrement this. by 10. Okay, the n equal number equal to number by 10. Okay, you need to do this. Why? Because see, I'm using here double slash. Okay, instead of single slash. In the other programming language you may use single slash, but here I'm using double slash. Why? Because I don't want to get this floating point. I want an integer. Okay, so if you give this double slash, you will get the integer, or else you will get the floating point. Okay, so for that you need to use double slash. That's the difference between double slash and single slash. Okay, you better remember this. Don't forget this. Single slash is, it will return the decimal value also. Double slash will just return the whatever the quotient that you will get. Okay, so this is the condition. So in the every iteration I am dividing it by 10 because I am storing the quotient in number. Why? Because I want the remaining number. Okay. So here, if I take 123, if we divide by 10, the quotient will be 10, 12. Okay. The quotient will be 10. So you want this number as your next iteration. You don't want any other numbers. Okay. So this is the logic. Okay. So if you take any other numbers, you may get, you cannot complete this code. So use 10. Okay. To use 10, get the remainder and add with the multiplication of that. Reverse variable, and to have exit condition, divide it by 10. So this is the condition. So in the each iteration it will happen, and at last you will get the result. So okay, you will get the result whatever the reverse variable that you will get. Okay, so this is the code. See, 321. Okay, so go through this and like do all the iterations for this. So for each iteration, so you'll have only three iterations here. Okay, at the three first one you will have this 123. In the next iteration you will have 12. In the next iteration you will have 1. Okay, after that you will not have any other iterations. Only three iterations we will get, and you can easily reverse the number. So this is the one good program. So this is that they can be asked in the interviews. So yeah, so these are the couple of programs, and then what else they can ask? Okay, so there is a program like palindrome. So the palindrome, basically you can do it using strings as well as numbers. Okay, so for numbers the same thing. Whatever I have done here, see, they can ask to check whether the number is a palindrome or not. You can use the same logic. You can use the same logic here. See, instead of printing that, you just check. Okay, so here have a temp variable. Why? Because temp equal to number. Why I am doing this? Because see, in the each iteration is this number is getting updated. This number is getting reinitialized and it's getting updated. So it is very good practice to have a temporary variable to compare that whatever the result that you got. So at finally you will get a result, and then you can compare whether it is same or not. Now if reverse equal to temp, okay, print palindrome, print palindrome, else, okay, else print not a palindrome. That's it. This is about numbers palindrome. Okay, so let's run this. It should not be a palindrome, right? It's 1 to 3, 3 to 1 is not a palindrome. Palindrome is basically when you even reverse the number, it will be same as the original number. So if I run this, it should be not a palindrome. See, it is not a palindrome. So again I will run not a palindrome. To make sure that this is a palindrome, you just run this. See, you'll get palindrome. Okay, so this is the one program. So you can look for in interviews. Okay, so let's have some programs that they can be asked like yeah. So there are a couple of good programs actually. So I will tell you. So they are very important. So I'll try to explain in a quick manner. Fibonacci series. Okay. I don't know how to call this. People call Fibonacci series, Fibonacci series. So Fibonacci series is nothing but, so first you will start with the 0 and 1, and now we will add these two numbers. So basically you are adding it to the previous number. So 1 plus 0. what is the value of 1? Now 1 plus 1, 2. Okay. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 3, 8. So like this, it will keep on. You will add your previous number and you will have the next number. Okay. And in the same way, for whatever the number you will get, you will do the same thing. So in this way, you need to have a Fibonacci series. So for that, by using while loops, how we can do? So have the number. So for which number? I mean, you need to have the Fibonacci series. So I will have a number equal to 5. Okay, number equal to 5. And I will start writing code for this. Basically, you need to have a first that is 0 and the B as a second. So like let's say first will be 0. So it will be 0. Second will be 1. And then the whatever the number that you will get, it will be the whatever the result of these two will be my third number, right? So in this way, you start, okay? So use a while loop, okay? While. So before that, you need to have a start index, okay? You'll have a start index 1. Why I will explain you. See, while whatever the start I have taken, start less than or equal to this n, this number that I have taken. So if this start is less than or equal to number, then only it will enter into the while loop, or else what will happen? So you will not get a Fibonacci series, right? So you need to have a starting index and till that number you need to have. So first already I have 0 and 1. Now first print that, okay, print that first and let's have the logic here now. So the third variable will be the sum of first and second. First plus second. And now this third is updated. Now you update that a value. That mean the whatever the first value that I have taken. You take the first equal to second and you update the second with third. Okay. And already you have third. Okay, so now you decrement that you have to make sure in the every iteration. So basically I need 5 iterations only. So to have these 5 iterations, I'm starting with the 1. So 1 to 5 iterations. So if they are more, then I don't want to continue my series. Basically, I am doing till 5. So I will start with the 1, I will end at 5. So for that, you need to have exit condition. So that start plus equal to 1. So the one iteration is over. Now move on to next iteration. So how this will get executed? See, first it will print the first. What is the first value? I have 0. Okay. Now we need to have third value also. So that third value will be first plus second. What is the first? 0 plus 1. So third will have 1 and first will be second. So what is the first value? That is second. This second value will be stored here in this first variable and the second variable will get updated with third value. Okay. This will be keep on getting executed when till 5. Okay. In the first iteration, let's print. In the first iteration, what will we have? So I'm printing 0. In the next iteration, I will be printing 1. Okay. In the third iteration, I will be printing again 1. Why I will say, see, I think I'm going a bit faster. 0. So first iteration, you are printing first, that is 0. Okay. That third, you are updating it to first plus second. So 0 plus 1, that will be 1. Okay. And in the next line first will be updated. First initially it was 0. Now it will be updated with the second. What is the second value? I have 1. You can see here, this is the second value I have. Now in the next iteration I will have second. That second initially, that is 1. Again third is 1 plus 0. Again we have 1. I will have the same one. Now this start will become 2. Okay, it will become 2. Okay, the iteration, in the second iteration, 2 less than or equal to number, yes, 2 is less than or equal to 5. Now what will happen? You'll print the first. What is the first value? I have this one. Okay, that will be printed here. This one will be printed here. Okay, after that this third value again get updated with the first, that is 1 plus second. What is the second? I have 1. first I have 1, 1 plus 1, 2. Okay. Again, the first will be updated with the second value is 1. Okay. And second will be updated with this 2. Here we will get 2, right? 1 plus 1, 2. So the 2 will be updated here in this second. Okay. Again, this start will get incremented to 3. Okay. Now 3 less than or equal to number. Yes, condition is true. So when it is true, now I need to print the first. I have here 1. So in the first I have 1 and I will print that 1 here. Again, this third value will get updated. First plus second. The first value is 1 and here second value is 2. Okay. So in the last iteration it got updated with 2. Now 1 plus 2 will become 3. Then it is updated with the 3. Okay, cool. Now first again will get updated with the second value. What is the second value I have here? This value will get updated here. So that is 2. And this second will be updated with this 3. Okay, this 3. So it's bit confusing. So don't get confused. So you just write it in your book and start executing it. Okay. So yeah. So this is a one good question that they can ask in the interview. So work on this and you have the code here and practice a lot and try to iterate the every iteration. So finally, what will be the output? I sorry, I didn't show you the output, right? So I will show you the output. See, so if I run this, oh, what is this error? What is this error? I'm getting some errors. Cool. So that is good. So when you get errors, you should be happy. So the one thing in here is, so whenever you get some errors, so don't get worried. Okay. So you have to celebrate it. See, I have given comma here. That's it. Okay. When you get errors, try to find out what is the error. Unsupported operand type plus int and tuple. So it's not giving, it's just showing some, giving some random hints, but now you execute. See, you will get 0, 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay. If you want in the same line, use end equal to space. Okay. Now, this is, we can give a comma here. Okay. Now run, you'll get in the same line. Okay. Only 5. Okay. Because I have given 5. If you give it as 6, it will be one value more. Okay. See, if I run this, yeah, 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5. Total 6 values I have. So this is how you can write a Fibonacci series using while loop. It is bit easy and if you just do debug this code, it will be very much good. Okay. So these are the programs for some freshers, the people will ask, and some of the digits, everything, those things will ask. So yeah, so go through these programs and start working with these programs. So with the more practice, you'll become a good programmer. Okay. So the more you practice, the more the logic building capacity you will get. Okay. Your brain will get addicted with it, and you need to have your brain memory or what we say muscle memory so in such a way that it will get the logic immediately when you see a program. So for that you need to practice, at least practice for at least 30 to 30 minutes to 1 hour, so you will become a very good program. So with this I will end all my programs here and again some theory questions that people may ask, like what is a while loop, so what is the difference between for loop and while loop, so when you should use a while loop. So I said right, so in the while explaining about for loop and while loop, so so for loop you will be using when you know the iterations, so while loop you will be using when the condition is based on the logic. And when should you use a while loop? So like if the number of iterations is not fixed, then you need to use while loop. So if what happens if the condition is never becomes false, like I said, right, if you are not giving the exit condition, it will be keep on executing till infinite times. That's the one thing. And yeah, so these are some of the questions that they will ask. So basically they will ask what is the difference between for loop and while loop and when we use while loop. These are the theoretical questions that you can expect. So make sure that whatever the conditions you are using are correct and properly updating the variables, say in this program. So you can see a lot of variable, right? Variables are getting changed in every iteration. So how it's being done, you have to go through this and you need to know how to terminate the program, that exit loop or termination loop. So if you just miss something, so I will be in a loop. Okay. So yeah, this is for all today, and we'll catch up in the next video. Were, if you find this video helpful, please share this video with your friends and help them to learn Python. And also, it will be helpful for me to reach more audience. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next video. Until then, see you. Tata, bye bye, take care.